Hey everybody, welcome to the Trading with Ashley show. This is going to be a quicker video because I am literally about to hit the road to meet a lot of my community members that joined Trading with Ashley. Some have joined from the very beginning. I've got people coming all the way from Canada and Los Angeles. I'm so excited to meet them. But I wanted to jump on here to give you something to consider over the weekend. So I have started within my community a $25,000 challenge. And what the challenge is all about, and the reason I'm telling you about it is in case you want to book a call and get to be a part of all the excitement and get to be a part of the community so that you can take these trades with us. We are doing so well. What I'm doing is I am taking a $25,000 account and I am using it to strategically sell options so that we can see how much we can earn on what we consider a reasonably sized account. $25,000. So, what has happened this week, and I've been so busy, but I have been manipulating the trades and calling them out, and everyone's having so much fun with it. This week alone, we have made 6.5%. And if we can just do half of what we did this week, it will be the most incredible challenge. But I'm being very strategic and I'm helping those that aren't as familiar with how this works. So having me calling out the signals has been very helpful to them. Now, for those that maybe are interested in this, but they're not ready to put real money behind it, you could always paper trade it and just get a feel for how it works. But I definitely wanted to share it with you in case you want to consider doing this with us in the coming weeks. It's a 6-week challenge. We're down with week 1, but it's going so extremely well and everyone's having so much fun with it. I did want to explain it to you in case you want to join. If you want to join my community, you do have to book a brief call below and talk to one of my team members, and they will expedite getting you in so that you can be a part of all the fun. But what I wanted to explain to you in preparation for if you're going to start doing the wheel strategy with us, I wanted to explain to you something that I talked to my community about this morning. And when you are selling options, so let's go to the basics because I want you to fully understand how you can make the most money with this strategy. The reason it's so great and the reason it has stood the test of time through all types of markets is it's very versatile. So let's talk through the dynamics. When you have an amount of money you want to sell cash secured puts with, you sell a put at a strike price that you consider a fair price for the stock. I've done a lot of things, a lot of videos to show you what a fair price is, but basically in a nutshell, you'd like to pick it up at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. You wanted to make sure it's a good quality, profitable company. Pick it up at the bottom of the band when the RSI is around 30. If you can get that, that's the most optimum time to grab these stocks. If you're put the shares, that's awesome because let's say you're put the shares down here, bottom of the band, then it rises all the way up at that Bollinger Band. So you get everything in between. Then you sell calls at the top of the band and they're called away. So here's the dynamics. You get premium when you sell the put, okay? You get assigned the shares, then you let it rise up. You get premium when you sell the call. You get premium here, premium here. But what's really fun is you get everything in between this and this. So all of this, okay? That's great. You get everything that the stock has appreciated, and that's where the bulk of your returns come from. And that's why we are able to produce so much income from the wheel strategy. And so if that were to happen, if you were to put the shares down here, you're selling calls up here, then what's going to happen when it's at the top of the Bollinger Band? More than likely, it's going to retreat. Maybe it retreats right down here to my nose. Okay, sell new puts right here at my nose, and then allow it to ride back up beyond the top of my head and have it called away again. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. This is how you make money. And one thing I'm doing with the challenge that we're doing is I did exactly that. We had an NVIDIA play that was profitable. We had purchased NVIDIA. We had let it rise up. We sold a call on it. We used great strike prices. The call, it doesn't look like the call away was going to happen by the end of the day, but our position was in profit. So what we did was I closed out both of those. I closed out the sold call, and it had a lot of profit in it. I closed out the position in profit. We were left with our Palantir play. Palantir is soaring like nothing I've ever seen. It's defying logic. It's incredible. We wanted to enjoy that ride up. We had also bought in Palantir shares. We did a buy ride on it. And what happened was it breached through our strike price. Our strike price was 119 for the call away. Well, we were noticing that the premiums were so incredible for next week. So what we did when we freed up that money from the NVIDIA trade that allowed us to release that cash, then I rolled the trade out till next week. I went up to the 125 strike price on Palantir. But guess what? We now had all this cash from the NVIDIA trade. I sold a new put on Palantir for next week expiring at the 110 strike. So if I put the shares at 110, it's below where I had them at 118, and it's below the call away of 125. So we rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. This is how the wheel strategy works. Now, that's not all I do in my community. The wheel strategy is about 80% of the strategies that we take. But for those of you that have been watching me for a while, you know I also like to do leaps. I like to purchase leaps, and then I like to purchase skips. Now, you may say, what are skips? That is a term that I actually had trademarked because I had figured out a way that I can allow my leaps, my called leaps, to run and continue to gain value. Usually they're longer in time, over a year. But then I supplement that strategy by buying skips that are shorter dated call options, usually between 6 and 9 months. And then as the stock's rising, which we have that happening a lot right now, I start taking profit on those skips before rapid time decay sets in. Taking profit along the way allows me to have those leaps gain a lot more momentum because actually I paid extra for going that far out. So I wanted to make sure to have a strategy to complement my leaps, and that's the skip call option strategy. And so if you go to my website, you'll see I'm really excited that I was able to get something like that trademarked. And, that's just shows to you a testament to the human spirit and to people telling you can't do something, you can't learn options. In my earlier life, when I was working for corporate America, never thought in a million years that I would be a professional trader for a living and that I would be actually teaching other people, let alone have a YouTube channel and a thriving community. It's just an exciting time to be in the market and to be learning and to be earning. If you want to join all the excitement, don't hesitate to come join us. We love our new members. We had a lot that joined this last week, and they're already making such great money. In fact, those that are part of the $25,000 challenge, they actually made enough to pay for their first 6 months already. So yay, we're excited about that. All right, remember, if you're with me trading with Ashley, there is no trader left behind. Now, I know you're already very excited about learning all about the wheel strategy. That's why you're watching this video. I'm going to put a video for you that's great for beginners so that you can learn, and then you can trade with us next week if you're interested. I'll put that video right here.